Hi, I'm Tom Callard, the Dean of Christ Church Cathedral, and I want to talk with you briefly about stewardship. It may seem like last Lent you were kicked out of this building by COVID-19. This pandemic came and it interrupted and disrupted all that we do, but mainly it interfered with our togetherness and community here at the church. It touched the way we are with each other and with Jesus Christ through our liturgy and through our fellowship. Deacon Linda, Deacon Joel, and I, as we've been in touch with you, we realize how great a disruption this has been. In the history of our lifetimes, this has been the biggest thing that's happened to church. But I want to tell you two things today. And the first is that at some point this year, we will be back in this building. We will be back here. You will be in the pew where you normally sit, unless there's someone else sitting there first. We will be doing the things that we've always done, but we'll also be doing more. These cameras with which we are filming me today, these cameras and our live streaming have added a new component to our ministry. Because we are able to live stream, we can now go to visit people who cannot come to church. We are able to connect with and worship with people across the world. And on Sundays, on a regular basis, we have people joining us at worship, people who live in California and Barbados and Hawaii and the Dominican Republic and Honduras, and even as far as Palmer and Chicopee. We are able right now, because of our live streaming ministry, to broadcast on local access here in Springfield on Sunday mornings, which means that Christ Church Cathedral is reaching people who are in our community who've never heard of us before. People who don't know anything about how we are and the message of Jesus' love and compassion and mercy that we have. This is something new, and it's an area of growth. And the second thing I want to tell you is that you may not have been here in this building in the last year or so, but we have been. That we have never stopped doing what we're doing. The ministry I do, the ministry our deacons do, and our volunteers do, and our staff all does, is one of care and support and contact. And in the last year, we have been caring for and supporting and providing contact with people continually, which means that our lights have not been shut off. Our heat is still going on somewhat. The bills that we've always paid, we still have to pay. Some bills have gone down, it's true, but most have stayed the same, or they've even gone up. This is an appeal to those who have pledged and to those who have not yet pledged, to let you know that this year's pledge, this year's financial support is probably even greater than you know. In part because people haven't been here, the message and the work of getting the stewardship drive going has been difficult. We are 86% of the way toward our goal of pledges. We have still about $40,000 in pledges to go. Last year we had 151 people and families who offered to pledge to the church, and this year so far we only have 81. Because so many cannot, and because it's been so difficult, the Lord is calling upon those of us who can. This year, we are seeing unprecedented numbers of people who are hungry in our community, people who have lost jobs and people who have financial insecurity. Those of us who are able to make a pledge, and even those of us who have made a pledge, who can increase our pledge, even if it's a small amount, an increase of your pledge makes a huge difference. If you haven't pledged, if you haven't made a donation to the cathedral and you're anxious about doing that, don't worry. You can pledge a small amount, such a small amount that you don't even need to think about it. God, in God's infinite wisdom, understands the desires of our hearts, and God will see us through. That is an act of faith. Your faithful pledge, along with your faith in all things and the actions that you contribute to the Christ Church Cathedral, are your way of letting God know what is important in your life. So if you are able to increase your pledge, and if you haven't made a pledge, if you would make a pledge, that would make a tremendous difference in us being able to share and to grow and to start again, hitting the ground running. Thank you for everyone who has pledged. God bless all of you. God bless everyone. God bless the community that we serve through the grace and the love of Jesus Christ.